Hello, I'm Diane Scavuzzo, editor of Soccer Nation, and we are here at Knott's Forest and the San Diego Flash's practice, and we're with a very special guest, Derek
Fazackerely.
It's a very hard name. I'm not even going to try, but you have so much experience in soccer. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Well, I've been in the UK playing soccer for probably 40 years now, playing and coaching. Of course, I started my career at Blackburn Rovers and played for Blackburn for 18 years as a player, and then moved on to the coaching side. And since moving on to the coaching side, I've had several Premier League teams: Blackburn, Newcastle, Manchester City, and of course with England as well.
And what have you done with the country, England, the English team?
I was the assistant coach alongside Kevin Keegan when he was the national manager. We went to the Euro Championships in Belgium in 2000, and obviously a great experience.
Well, I'm honored to be talking to you, and I know everybody's very happy to have you here and watch what you're going to tell us about English soccer, and what do you think America can do to be better?
Well, I mean, it's no different than anywhere else in the world. It's just getting the kids at the right age, as young as they possibly can, and then helping them to practice.
How young is too young?
Well, I think these days, you know, they get kids in England and the UK and in Europe at 7, 8, 9 and 10 years old, and so I don't think there's any age that's too young, really.
And what should be the proper training for an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old?
Well, I think at that age, basically, you're talking about technical skills, learning to pass and control the ball. The technical side of the game is a massive thing, and I think it's something that certainly in Europe they concentrate on a lot at the younger age group. And obviously, as the players develop and grow a little bit older, then they learn a little bit more about the tactics and the systems and the different ways that teams play.
You just did a practice training with Knott's Forest. Tell us a little bit about how that went.
No, it's very good. I was quite impressed with obviously the endeavour and the enthusiasm of the players. They're obviously keen to learn, and I think that you can see that the game in the United States will improve because I've been coming here now for probably 10 years, and you can see year on year that there is an improvement to the younger players, and they get to know a little bit more about the game, and they get better quality coaches coming across, and the American coaches are picking up on it, and they are learning now the basic techniques of the game and improving in that way.
What was the first year you came here?
Well, as a visit to the United States, probably about 1978, but actually football-wise, probably, as I say, about maybe 2002, 2003, something like that.
So you've seen an improvement since 2003.
Yeah, and I think obviously now with the MLS, and the standard of professional soccer improving again, I think that will inspire the players and help them to develop their game.
There are a lot of different leagues in California. There's the MLS, there's the NPSL, the WPSL. What are you going to be doing with the San Diego Flash?
Well, Warren's asked me to do a little bit of a session with him.
And this is Warren Barton?
Warren Barton, yes.
And how long have you known Warren Barton?
Warren I've probably known for about 15, 20 years now. He was a player that we signed at Newcastle United, and he's since obviously come out to the States to live, and it's nice to hook up with him again and do a session for him and his team tonight.
What was he like as a player when you met him?
Very enthusiastic, loved the game, and a very solid and reliable fullback.
You keep talking about enthusiasm for the game of soccer. How important is someone's attitude as opposed to their technical capabilities?
Well, of course, you need both. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But if you've got enthusiasm and endeavour, then you can improve your technique. And I'm sure that the younger that you get the kids, then you've got an opportunity to develop them. But of course, it has to come from them themselves. If they haven't got the drive and the energy and the enthusiasm, then it's very, very difficult for the coach to be able to instill the sort of things that you're looking to make them improve.
So a good attitude also sometimes is referred to as coachable.
Yeah.
So was Warren coachable?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, he was a very, very enthusiastic player, but he was also a player who was always inquisitive and wanted to learn more. And obviously, if you get that, then from a coach's perspective, it's a good thing.
And Jurgen Klinsmann has been talking about trying to have soccer be fun for the younger players, and that people should love soccer. It should never be work. What do you say about that?
He's absolutely right. I've just taken a group of young players across there before, and I said to them that the most important thing is they come here today and they enjoy it, and they haven't come to this training session tonight to listen to me talk all night about the various aspects of football, I'm sure that I could probably stand all night and do that. But it's about them and giving them the enjoyment of going out and practicing, and then just giving them little tips along the way to help them improve and try and inspire them a little bit to try to want to improve.
So what's your favorite professional team to watch?
That's difficult to say at the moment. I think if you...
And you're on camera.
In the UK at the moment, probably Arsenal in the way that they play football, but obviously there are many top teams. Tottenham have had a fantastic season. I know they've slipped up of late, but they've been a fantastic team to watch all season. And as Manchester City, but it's in Europe now, in the UK, it's now getting down to the nitty-gritty end of the season. It's all about results and not so much about entertainment.
What do you think about the competition between Manchester City and Manchester United?
Well, it looks as though it's those two teams that are going for the championship. The other teams have fallen away a little bit, and I'm quite certain now it's going to be a race between those two. And the big game to come, I think it's on April the 30th at Manchester City, and I think that game will possibly decide the championship, whoever wins that game.
Just a few more questions. How would you describe the English style of soccer versus the American emerging style?
I don't think there'll be too much difference in it. I mean, obviously, you get more coverage of American soccer now in England. You see it on Sky Television. And you can see the improvement that the game's making over here. And obviously, with the players from America going back across to the UK to play on loan for like Donovan and Thierry Henry and people like that. So Dempsey, McBride, of course, and these types of players. And I think they bring the knowledge that they've learnt in Europe back to the United States, and it helps the players over here.
So people in England are watching the MLS on Skype?
I think there's an interest about it. It's certainly an interest in it now. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Obviously with people like Beckham being out here, like I say, and the players that come across from here, then they take a little bit of interest in what's going on.
Well, we look forward to hearing more about soccer in England and how America can improve. And we want to thank you for coming and spending this time with us. And we want to take some look at your coaching the Flash.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you, Diane. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right.